Hey, good afternoon, or excuse me, good morning. It's actually Saturday morning as I'm recording this. So if you're hearing this video, unfortunately, that means that spring break is drawing to a conclusion. I hope you had a wonderful, enjoyable time off with your, week or so, more than a week, I guess, off. Hope you enjoyed yourself. I know I definitely needed the break. As a full-time graduate student and as an instructor, it's nice to have some breaks. So, anyways, welcome back. Glad to have you back. At this point, we are more than halfway through with the course, which is pretty exciting. I know it's great to have the break, but at this point, summer's not that far in sight. So let's just, kind of hustle for the next 6-7 weeks, and hey, we'll be on the other side of it just okay. So glad we're all back okay. This week we are jumping right back into some coursework. We're going to be reading chapter 9 on lifespan development. Some chapters will call it developmental psychology or lifespan perspective. But this chapter, I believe, we're going to be looking at, so when we talk about the lifespan, we're talking about, from birth to death. Actually, we're talking about before birth, prenatal development, all the way till death, and all the changes that occur, physically, cognitively, emotionally, socially, morally, all the different things. Really, if we think about this chapter, if we had to put it into one word, it would be, change, because our entire existence is subject to change. I mean, the cells that you were born with in your body right now, like your skin cells and all the other cells, various cells throughout your body, have changed and grown and died and regenerated and all, so I mean, we're literally just always constantly changing at the smallest level to the grandest level. I mean, you're changing at a macro level by coming to college and learning, about psychology and about other subjects. So a lot of this is going to be about change and kind of how do we weather some people really react well to change and handle it well, and other people don't. And so it's kind of, the sort of storm and stress of development. Every stage is kind of marked by different sort of storms and stressors, and it depends on how we react to those that kind of determine how we move forward in our development. So anyways, read chapter 9. I've also posted the videos that I recorded of myself going over chapter 9. These are basically the same thing that I do with my introductory psychology in class. I go over the PowerPoints with them, in person. So if you want to read the text and watch the videos as well, I think it's a great way to prepare for our exams. Speaking of our exams, the exam 2 grades are posted and finalized. So check those out if you haven't seen your grade yet. I'm sure you did after you took the exam, but if you want to double check it, that's fine too. Also, I just wanted you to be aware there are practice quizzes for every single chapter. They're listed under the quizzes. They're not for a grade. They're just there for you to take. So feel free, after you read chapter 9, take the chapter 9 practice quiz just to make sure you understand. You can take it multiple times if you'd like. Again, it's just to make sure that you that you understand. It's for your own comprehension. I'm not grading it. I don't care what you make on it. Again, if you take it and bomb it, you can take it again. If you do well, cool. That's fine. It's just there to kind of show you, hey, I understand this, or maybe I don't understand this. So anyways, there's that. Read chapter 9. We do have a discussion post this week. I want you to think about what are some of the characteristics of being an adult. I know from, in this course, we have people of varying ages, so I'm very interested to see how your answers will differ. Some of you have been adults for quite a while, have many responsibilities, maybe children, homeowners, marriages, all the things that come with adulting. Some of you maybe are new to being an adult. Maybe you're still living at home perhaps, but you are doing adult responsibilities like holding a job down and maybe paying for a car and various things like that. So I'm really interested to see, because there's various stages of being adult. It's not just you're an adult and that's it. I mean, the textbook's going to talk about at least 4 unique stages of adulthood. And I think we're going to see, I think there are probably people in this course who could fit along most of those stages. So I'm really curious to see what your responses are. Please get your initial post in by Wednesday, and then your peer responses, at least 2 of them, by Friday at 11:59 p.m. And then on our schedule, I know I have response paper 6 scheduled next week, but I'm actually moving it up 1 week. I'm moving it this week. I'm moving it up this week because next week, towards the end of next week, I suppose, a while from now, the first week of April, excuse me, I'm going to Toronto for a conference, and I want to kind of minimize the amount of work that I need to do during that week. So it would help me just not to have to grade quite as many things. If I can grade a response paper the week before rather than the week during, that'll help me out. So anyways, I'm going to move response paper 6 up, and again, shouldn't affect you too much. There is a TED Talk posted about aging, about how we could possibly reverse the aging process or put an end to aging. I know it's a very controversial, interesting topic idea, but I just thought I think some of the ideas are a little out there, but I think it's just a cool idea to think about. I really, some of the TED Talks I share with you or ideas I share with you aren't necessarily what I believe 100%, but they're just things that I find interesting and they're thought-provoking. Even though I don't 100% agree with it, or you don't, even if you don't even agree with it at all, I think just the idea of engaging in thought is really important. So watch the TED Talk, respond to the 3 questions, give me a summary of the TED Talk, give me something you found interesting, and then something that's applicable to your own experience, your own life. And it should be about a page in length. You should be shooting for about a full page. I think with all 3 responses, I think a page is very doable. So anyways, that's it for this week. We're in week number 10. I'm going to send this out as an email, so if you have any questions at all, feel free to shoot me an email. Otherwise, we'll just keep on keeping on, and we'll keep moving forward. All right, I'll see you all later.